The following episode of What Happened was brought to you by Quip, the world's best toothbrush. To find out more, stay tuned till the end of the video. I remember 5 or so years ago, I couldn't go onto the internet without hearing about Feminist Frequency and the woman who ran it, Anita Sarkeesian. With non-stop media attention and millions of views on her videos, some said she was going to start a revolution. Recently, however, I went to check out her channel out of curiosity because I hadn't heard her name in a while, and to my surprise, less than 0.5% of her subscribers were still watching her content, with each upload only getting around 1,000 views apiece. So what on earth happened? Well, before I start off today, I just want to make it very clear I'm going to try to not show any political bias for or against Feminist Frequency in this video. I actually think her downfall can be explained without arguing over feminism, so it won't be necessary. The story of Anita's rise starts in 2012 when she decided to start up a Kickstarter campaign. She was looking for $6,000 to make videos explaining how many of people's favorite video game franchises were in fact sexist. Of course, many didn't like her premise and thought that this style of feminism was simply looking for everything to be sexist, even when sexism wasn't there. Because this is the internet, a few people took things to the next level and started to harass her, including death threats. Anita quickly went to social media and a wide range of journalists with her story of a feminist being harassed by gamers for criticizing their hobby. Her struggles went viral, with millions finding out about her project, leading to plenty of them donating a total of $158,000 for the videos to be made. And a few months later, the first episode was out.
Welcome to our multi-part video series exploring the roles and representations of women in video games. This project will examine the tropes, plot devices, and patterns most commonly associated with women in gaming from a systemic, big-picture perspective. This series will include critical analysis of many beloved games and characters, but remember that it's both possible, and even necessary, to simultaneously enjoy media while also being critical of its more problematic or pernicious aspects.
Many, including myself, started to ask why on earth she needed any money, let alone $150,000 to produce a series that is essentially what every single other YouTuber makes for no upfront cost. But hey, if people wanted to spend their money on this, who am I to judge? Besides, most people that donated did so as a statement, rather than because they wanted to see this particular series be made. The money wasn't really the impressive part though. Rather, it was all the attention she gained. Even if she raised $1 million, if it wasn't for that media circus, the videos would have come out, received a couple thousand views, then people would have forgotten about them. Instead, because of this controversy and all the press, the first episode premiered with 2 million views. No matter how you feel about her, this was impressive. She was able to turn people trolling her into a huge amount of super positive media attention. On the other hand, when I get death threats over my videos, no one ever gives me anything. As time went on, however, there was a new type of criticism levied against her, which was her lack of progress on the project itself. You'd think a dozen YouTube videos wouldn't take more than a year to create, considering all the money she was able to raise. But that turned out not to be true. In 2013, it took months for many of these videos to come out, but as the years went on, we received fewer and fewer updates about the project. It's been over 5 years, and as far as I can tell, she still hasn't released all the videos she promised from 2012. Because of this, many eyebrows were raised when Anita started up another crowdfunding campaign, even though content from the last one from years earlier was still not released. It still didn't stop people from donating though, and none of the articles that reported on this new project included this detail. If you didn't already know, there has always been this weird popularity of Anita. If you go on YouTube or any other site, the users will all be criticizing her. Yet journalists seem to write uniformly positive articles in her favor, and companies continue to hire her on as a consultant for various feminist-related projects. Don't believe me that most general internet users don't like her? Well, let me show you an example to try to prove my point. All the way back in 2015, I made 2 videos back to back. One was called 5 Reasons People Like Anita Sarkeesian, and the other was 5 Reasons People Hate Anita. I knew that the one giving her positive coverage was going to get plenty of dislikes, but since I enjoy playing the devil's advocate, I made it anyway. Even when you factor in that my audience is probably biased against Anita, the response was still jaw-dropping. The video listing reasons why people disliked her received one of the best ratios of likes to dislikes I've ever received. And on top of this, it pulled in a solid 676,000 views. On the other hand, my list with a positive spin may have been the only video I've ever had that received more downvotes than upvotes. Not only this, but after all these years, it's still only at 84,000 views. So you may ask, if most people on the internet have a negative view of her, why do big companies and the press like her so much? Well, to put it simply, it comes down to each group having different core beliefs and worldviews, and the people with power just so happen to side with Anita. Another reason why I believe this to be the case is when Anita was given a panel to lead at VidCon in 2017, it started and the conference room was pretty empty. The two front rows of the panel were just other YouTubers that criticized her nonstop, and Sargon of Akkad was directly called a garbage human for sitting in the front row. And on top of this, when there was a Q&A at the end, most of the people stood up and used it as an opportunity to call her out. It was a disaster.
Why do you guys act like only women face harassment online? You guys constantly feed the trolls. And look, the majority of the people here are the trolls because they like to see you freak out about it. That's exactly what you guys are doing. You're feeding
even your
trolls.
language, like freak out about, like no.
See, you're just mocking me.
If you
You're
talk
just mocking
about one
me.
community facing harassment, that's not to say that no other communities face any harassment.
See, you're harassing me right now when I'm
Can we
answering
please
this
rename this question
It goes both ways. Now look,
Next
who is
question, I'm answering. Next question.
VidCon is known for turning down prominent YouTubers with millions of active subscribers for panels, yet the people in charge chose to let Anita be on multiple scheduled events. No matter if you're for or against her, you can't deny that the people in power are in favor of her views. As the years have gone on, however, it seems that things have started to slow down for Feminist Frequency and Anita Sarkeesian. Even people that used to be known for criticizing her, like the previously mentioned Sargon, have moved on to new foes. And if you look at her channel now, it's filled with content that gets next to no views. An extremely small fraction of her audience still watches, and her other social media platforms aren't doing much better. Once in a while, she'll make a new tweet calling out a person like Ninja for being sexist, and journalists will cover it. Other than that, however, even people that don't like her just don't really care anymore. In 2012, she was in the right place at the right time and became the leader of the social justice movement online. 6 years later, though, she has yet to recapture the attention that little Kickstarter campaign brought her. Before I leave today, I just want to thank my sponsor, Quip, the world's greatest toothbrush. One of the most important things we do for our health every day is brushing our teeth. Yet most of us don't do it properly. Quip is a better electric toothbrush created by dentists and designers for the best results. It was designed to make brushing your teeth more simple, affordable, and even enjoyable. So what makes this toothbrush so great? Well, first of all, it's very sensitive on your gums. Many people brush their teeth too hard, and some electric toothbrushes are too abrasive and cause discomfort. That is not the case with Quip. Another great benefit is it has a built-in 2-minute timer for pulses. A lot of people don't brush their teeth for the necessary amount of time to get full results, so this alleviates that problem and makes sure you get the most out of your teeth brushing experience. It truly is a great product, but you don't even have to take my word for it since it's backed by 20,000 dental professionals as well. On top of all this, it's also really affordable. Quip starts at just $25, and if you go to getquip.com/whathappened right now, you can get your first refill pack for free with a Quip electric toothbrush. Again, that's your first refill pack free at getquip.com/whathappened. I'll also provide a link to it in the description down below.